Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, and I want to talk about what he can do to win the 2024 U.S. presidency today. And what he can do today is acknowledge that evangelical Christians won the war on Christmas, right? And I think this is really important, so I want to talk about it. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the reality element. Evangelical Christians straight up won the war on Christmas, right? I've been thinking about this a lot because this year has been wild, right? And basically so this year, 2023, for holidays has been, I've never seen a year like this, right? So what's this guy? What's the big deal? Holidays like any other year? No. So first of all, the holiday season is now 4 months long. It is literally 1/3 of the entire year, right? And and what are the holidays, right? Halloween and Christmas. Oh, I see you pagans. I see you atheists. I see you agnostics trying to bring your sad sack holiday up and to compete with mine, right? And the reality is they have had some massive successes, right? So Halloween is kind of like the devil's holiday, right? You celebrate all of the evil things and blah, 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 right? And Christmas is, hey, let's celebrate Jesus Christ and everything that's good, right? And celebrate life, right? Like Halloween is a celebration of death, which makes the devil happy. And Christmas is this amazing super holiday, the number one holiday in the world, right? Because evangelical Christians won the war on Christmas. We'll get all the way there. And it's a celebration of life, right? But this year, like never before, the celebration of Halloween. I almost said Hollywood there. Why? Because it's darn near the same thing, right? Like Hollywood and Halloween have a lot in common. Very secular, right? So and very like pushing off of God, right? So basically, what's really fascinating is Halloween is the celebration of Halloween this year started on September 1st. September 1st, right? And went all the way through October 31st, last day of October. And so for about a New York second, I was like, oh no, the Halloweeners have reached equal status to Christmas, right? Because we start Christmas celebration in America and the rest of the world follows us on November 1st, and it goes all the way through December 31st, right? Actually, it kind of goes to January 6th in America, that's a whole nother subject, but let's call it 2 months, right? But then I was talking to my Christian friends and they were like, oh my gosh, did you see this? And I was like, what? And they're like, they were putting up Christmas decorations in Target, in Walmart, in every major store, CVS, all of them, like October 15th, right? So Halloweeners did all their work and we still invaded their space. Like we got there, we did it, right? Like even when they have carved out 2 months of celebration for the devil's work, right? We good Christians, right? Like who are celebrating life and everything that's good, right? Not death and everything that's evil, right? For 2 months and stealing 2 weeks of your time. Evangelical Christians won the war on Christmas. Now, what is the war on Christmas? Well, I don't know if you remember this, but 5, 6, 7 years ago, Starbucks changed the colors on the Christmas, cup. And Target is no longer, they don't have any Christmas trees. Like it was everywhere. Like there was this legitimate debate and this competition in America, and people were like, and atheist agnostics were like, we done with this, man. Christmas continues to grow like bonkers. Let's get rid of it, right? And they came for it, and they did it at a corporate level. And man, oh man, like not evangelical Christians, but CE Christians. Do you know what those are? They show up in Christmas, and I go to church, right? I go to church every week. That's not what makes me Christian, right? But it is evidence that I am Christian. Not proof, but evidence, right? And the reality is, and the reason why is it says in the Bible, go to church, right? Like it's all over the Bible, right? Like in New Testament specifically, right? Even then they were going to the temples in the old days, right? Even in the Old Testament, right? So basically, you get this situation where it is really, it's so incredible. So basically, we go to church. Oh, I lost my thread there. I'm going to be back on. All right. So basically, the Christmas celebration is preeminent, right? And we reach this incredible point in America where we are celebrating it for 2 months a year. And the corporations were trying, the atheists and agnostics co-opted corporations to get rid of Christmas, and the Christmas and Easter Christians came back, right? The Christian and Easter Christians are not Christians. They show up on Christmas and they show up on Easter, literally, in their nice, fancy, clothes. They're like, oh, I'm here for church. Like, I ain't gonna see you in heaven. Like 2 days, right? And it's not because this is what saves you, but it's because you ain't here because you don't really have a relationship with Jesus Christ, because you never asked for salvation, right? And you're doing this because it feels good, right? But all those CEers, they smacked the atheists and the agnostics down and said, no, man, we keeping Christmas, right? We like Christmas. We wrap it in Santa Claus and presents. But the reality is, everybody the birth of Jesus Christ is so big, so radiant, so powerful, so historical that even the lost celebrated, right? And the atheists and agnostics were virtually kicked back, right? Now, what does this mean for Vivek Ramaswamy? Well, he can use this massively, right? We just did it. Just this year, we figured out as Christians that we won the war on Christmas. They came for us, right? That we were in the trenches, man. There was bean gun nests, right? We did it. Candy cane, hills that were taken. We did it. We won, right? Now, Vivek Ramaswamy, he is a hard candidate for many people to attach to, right? And I understand it, right? For 5 seconds, at the beginning, I was like, wait a second. He's Indian American. I'm Native American, right? He's wealthy. I'm not wealthy, right? There's a lot that divides us. He went to an Ivy League school. I don't go to an Ivy League school, right? I went to a state school, right? There's all these things that divide us, right? But then I was like, wait a second. This guy's tech savvy. I'm tech savvy. He's a good, kind person. I'm a good, kind person, right? He's energetic and vibrant. I'm energetic and vibrant. He's a raconteur. I'm a raconteur, right? I could see, I could see it, right? So why would it really? So one, evangelical Christians, we fought for this, right? To win the war on Christmas. We did it. He can be the only candidate that recognizes and says, I see you guys. I see you. Pushed back the atheists. Pushed back the agnostics. Pushed back the devil-likers. You beat them. Congratulations, right? And what would it help him to do this? He's a person of faith, right? He's not a Christian, but he is a person of faith, right? And in that, we can be united, right? And he can give us the pat on the back. He can give us our flowers for beating the atheists, for beating the agnostics, for beating the trick-or-treaters who want to do the devil's work and say, y'all did it, right? Christmas conquered, right? And it would really help. And the thing is, I think a lot of those Trumpers, man, they're getting really tired of that fool, right? And actually, he's not even a fool. I'm sorry, let me keep it correct. They're getting tired of a man who cannot do at 80 what he did at 76. When he was 76, he came in, he wiped the floor of everybody at the debate. Now he can't even get on the stage. He literally can't walk up to the stage and stand for 2 hours. And everybody's like, you ain't what you were, right? And they want somebody who can give evangelical Christians their flowers. And that's what Trump did. And Vivek Ramaswamy can wonderfully steal the spotlight. And it's exactly what he should do. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.